He is bleeding, but he's bleeding slowly, and he's building carry Arclights from the looks of it. Both Barrier and Electromagnetic Blast, interesting. Deployment Specialist, also not bad. We are behind on chaff by a considerable amount. Should I go for some Vulcans? I can burn his side without burning my crawlers, because I don't have a lot of crawlers. That's the primary thing. And Barrier is not bad against that. Instead, I could go EMP Blast and blast everything, but he might shield, so I think it's diminishing returns. I think I will go for the Vulcans. Let's go for the Vulcans. Get 2 of those. They are expensive, but I can make it work this particular turn. And let's put some of that good shield here. I didn't really think about the increased cost for Elite. Okay, he's getting nothing spicy new. Seems more levels for the most part. Marksmen are scaling really well. And I think I need some chaff in front of my tanks, because some of these tanks are just getting annihilated before anything really happens. Now the Vulcans are dealing with the chaff. That is very good. They are probably also getting hacked. One hacker is dead. One of my overlords on this side falls. And now it's basically the same situation as before. My units are moving in. Yeah, it seems like I'm going to lose this one. And because of hackers, basically. Hackers hacking my stuff. Fortunately, I take significantly less damage this time. I need some chaff in front. And then I need to range my tanks finally. Wasps also not bad at this stage. Fortress, I don't think it's going to do too much. A Wraith as well. I think I might just take the Wasps or the Rhino and sell it. How dangerous will a Rhino be? If he puts it in this flank, it could be dangerous, so I should be putting some chaff there as well. So let's go do that. What is the highest value? This thing here is 800. This thing here is also 800. The Wraith is 5 times 150. So that should be 750. So it's worth less. Yeah, either of these are the most value. Unless the Wasps are more, but I would have to spend multiple turns selling those. Let's level these units. Level our tanks. And give our tanks extended range. Then I want to add some chaff. So that hopefully it's no longer that easy to kill some of my tanks up front. I should have done that way sooner. And do I want to go for Mech Rage as well? I think right now I just level my stuff here, no? And then throw on some missiles and give these things range. Then I have enough money for a level here. Okay, he's going anti-air now, and he did predict that I would go for missiles. He did not have countermeasures for this prepared, though. I should still have some other chaff in the middle or some better chaff clear. Because right now the middle is my weakest section and the missiles are going there and not going for his stuff. So the hacker is down on this side. The hacker on this side is not down yet. But it looks like it's going down. Come on. Yeah, one more tank shot. And now this side should be tanking for a long time while my tanks approach. Yep. I need some more chaff in the middle and I need better chaff clear. And I think EMP on the tanks is also well warranted. Another barrier. Don't think I can say no to that, but then again there's also orbital bombardment. Then again, what really dies to orbital? Marksmen could die, stormcallers could die, a lot of chaff can die. But chaff is going to be out of the way relatively soon, so I think I'm actually taking the barrier on this one. More leveling on the tanks, and then, should I go for EMP? I think I'm going for Mech Rage first. More leveling on the marksman. And should I just insta-EMP? I don't think I do that right now. I don't think I insta-EMP right now. What I'm having is a bit of chaff problems in the middle. And I could get another Vulcan and then some later chaff. So I think I will do just that. Put a Vulcan here. And then a set of crawlers behind. And for the remaining 50 bucks, let's, in preparation of probably going... having our crawlers go subterranean as well. If they have higher levels, they can survive longer. Under fire, that is. He is doing that, but the tanks are not going to care a lot. The chaff is dead now, that's annoying. The marksmen are actually vulnerable enough, and the hits are just on point, which is unfortunate. Later hits were much less on point than the earlier hits. Did he get anything else that is significant? He killed my everything super quickly here. Yeah, these marksmen are top-notch right now. The overlords are probably no longer worth it, and for some reason, I don't know what happened. I don't think it was just the orbital strike, but he is beating my forces so heavily right now. I need to investigate my opponent's side because something changed. Was it elite marksmen on these marksmen? Not just the marksmen, also the Arclights. I think that might have been the play here. I could annoy him with wasps, because really he has no anti-air other than the marksmen. And that is probably the correct choice right now. Everything else I feel like would not have a sufficient enough effect to really accomplish much, if that makes sense. So these overlords at this point in time, are they actually worth it, is the big question I'm asking myself. I think what I should be doing maybe is go subterranean, but will that actually do much for the crawlers? Not as much as it usually would, I guess. Should I instead go and invest into some scorpions? I think I kind of have the tanks doing what the scorpions should be doing. I think what I should do actually is scale up the tank count or the overlord count, either of the two. And remember that I can also justify going for flanks. So I think I will buy some overlords this turn and mass recruit to get more and have them come in alongside the tanks, basically. I'm not too worried about positioning right now. No wasp spawning yet. He's going for even more damage on the Arclights. The hackers have insane levels, and there's insane damage coming through. However, now my overlords should have more time spent surviving instead of dying already. Though it does not seem to make much of a difference. Yeah. High-level anti-air spec marksmen almost feel insane. No, not almost. They are insane into this spot, and I think I didn't finish it in time. I gave my opponent too much time surviving, and I have no longer any idea how to really beat his force. Because even wasp spawning is not going to help me survive. I'm almost dead, and I have no clue how to beat him. Wasp swarm probably the best pick out of all of these. So I think I'm gonna take it. That is the problem with Elite. I would have very much so preferred to have different specs, but I just plain couldn't see any way that I could... like, all of the other packs were horrible. I'm sorry to say this, but the game just gave me... I think in this particular case, the game just gave me absolute BS to play with. Now I can hit the photon button, and I think that's about the only real chance I have. These marksmen, they aren't doing all that much. They are doing almost nothing because I don't have the chaff clear. So maybe I also... how do I chaff clear here? Maybe just more Vulcans, but they will get torn up anyway, and the missiles won't do much. I think range on the Vulcans is worth more here. And then let's level these tanks, and as a last-ditch effort, throw in 2 more tanks to help chaff clear. And make it vertical tanks. He did add Mustangs, so he was well prepared for these Wasps. He knew where they were got. Well, no, he just put Mustangs everywhere. I guess he was also protecting for Wasp swarms. So the game is lagging sufficiently to make me think that I might not yet be dead. Of course, they just throw everything in the way of these units here. Nah, this is a loss. And a steep loss. GG, well played. It is simply that the hackers were doing so much into this sport. I guess when I'm playing Elite Spec, I should, even though it is fun, I should resist the temptation of Sledges, simply because you don't have chaff and hackers destroy you like that. So I am surprised to see that the hackers had comparable range and everything. I guess, yeah. They do have Did he buy? Yeah, he bought temporary range. In theory, they have higher range, but the thing is that I never was able to clear chaff. I think what I should also do is, when I go for extended range sledges early on, or when I add more sledge packs later on, I should definitely make them vertical sledges, because what was wrecking me is the chaff war. And I should also no longer just immediately go for the fire missiles. Though my opponent, he did some really well plays. He was predicting the wasps. He was predicting the what was it? He was predicting the fire missiles, I think, as well. He was prepared for everything, and that was the difference right now. Yeah, Elite Spec still not particularly good, because you put units on the field and your opponent counters them, and then you just die to carry Arclights, I guess. Especially when your tanks don't even remotely have as much HP as they should.